what is Cognos BI version. So you people should be proficient with the Cognos BI version. And this is the version which has been introduced by IBM during 2015. I don't really say Cognos Analytics is something which is an upgrade from Cognos BI, that is your 10 version, to Cognos 11. It's not like that. See, Cognos BI is more of a traditional reporting tool. So, you people have worked with Cognos, like how you would have used Cognos BI. So, we have the 3-layer architecture. So, Cognos Analytics also same, the 3-layer architecture, but it is more of a transition from a traditional BI to a self-service BI. Cognos Analytics is mainly designed to empower the business users, giving them the self-service tools they need to solve individual or work group challenges. That is, it is more of user interactivity tool where everything is under a one single interface. So we know how Cognos BI we used to create the reports. So we had a framework manager, a metadata tool. So first you would be creating your data source connection. Then you bring in the data to the framework manager. You create a package. You publish your package, and then only you would be creating your reports. But Cognos Analytics is more of self-service BI. We can say it is a kind of an upgrade, but not completely. Still, most of the customers prefer to use BI, and most of the customers prefer to use Cognos Analytics. Cognos BI, as I said, it is more of a traditional kind of reporting, a static kind of reporting, where Cognos Analytics provides an interactive kind of a reporting, the dashboards and all. So it uses a continuous delivery model to roll out new features on a regular basis. So it was introduced during 2015, December. They started with Cognos 11. Now we are almost in the version Cognos 11.10. So as soon Cognos 12 can also be released. So we are so the interface, everything has been completely changed. If I need to talk about Cognos Analytics, the main thing is the self-service BI. You don't need much of an IT support. It is going to be more of a drag and drop activity. The main benefits of Cognos 11 is rapid function delivery for on-premise. Also, it is available on cloud. It contains defect fixes and enhancements. It can be installed on top. It preserves your settings and configuration. As I said, what is Cognos Analytics? Cognos Analytics is more of a self-service built-in intelligence to amplify and incorporate insight into your everyday actions. That is, here, even if you have your data in a flat file, you can upload your flat file directly and you would be able to create your reports. It redefines the business intelligence platform with a guided experience where more of a self-services and a user-friendliness. Designed for ease of use, a unified interface exposes functionality in context as needed, and it is mainly for the power users. Okay, that is users who want to quickly create some insights based upon their data. And it also supports cloud, and more than 100% likely to use cloud to the relevant customer relationships. And since the cloud version is available, so it supports both the cloud version as well as the on-premises also. Okay, and the interface is completely new when compared to the Cognos BI. In the next video, I would be talking about the interface, and I would be showing you the Cognos 11 interface. So if you see, and it is more user friendly, everything is under a single UI, and it is also easy for the customers to learn or build something very quickly. Analytics are most widely used as they are easily delivered, shared to the wider users, allowing shared best practices and insights. So what was new in Cognos Analytics? The simplified user experience. As I said, compared to BI, Cognos Analytics is very easy. It's going to be more drag and drop, everything under a single platform. More capabilities to limit or remove IT from the processes. So you don't need to depend on IT for much of the supports. It's more have the self-service options, customizable user interface, comprehensive search features, automatic selection of best visualization. So the graphical things, everything is improved here. They have also introduced maps. Map visualization is also introduced. It's not like what we do with BI, connecting with your map manager. It's not like that. Here, as like you directly going to, they have integrated with the map boxes. You directly select the map as a visualization, and the visualization capability is much improved. You can also import your visualizations. We have reference templates to create the standard reports. You can easily test and validate the models in the same environment. You can quickly format and style your reports, easy drag and drop functionality, enable web-based modeling, quickly build interactive reports. So all the features are available, the drilling, sort, filter. So you can Cognos Mobile, you can use your web version or the Cognos Mobile version. You can personalize your analytics environment. You can store your favorites, notifications, and your content. So what actually stays from BI and what is not there? So the reporting engine that remains unchanged, with an addition to that new Waston-like feature. So Waston Analytics, I don't know how many people have you heard about Waston Analytics. So Waston Analytics is a very rare technology by IBM, which actually provides with the NLP features and all. And so here they have also incorporated that Waston-like engine for the dashboarding purposes. And here the dashboarding is not like how we create a workspace with Cognos BI. It is going to be complete kind of reports, how we build a reports connecting to a package. Here we are going to build some kind of interactive insights that is actually called as a dashboard. So it's not a collection of reports. It is going to be completely newly built various types of visualizations with more interactivity that is going to be called as a dashboard here. The core of Report Studio Workspace Advanced are combined and rebranded as authoring, but still retain all the same functionality. Here we don't have separate studios like BI, that is Report Studio, Query Studio, Analysis Studios and all. We don't have the different studio concept. We have only one thing called reports, where everything under a one roof. You are able to create your OLAP kind of reports or OLTP reports under a same environment, and it is more of ad hoc also. You can preview your reports also. And but still people who are going to upgrade from Cognos 10 version to 11 version, if you ask me like what if we have already created the reports in Analysis Studio, Query Studio and all, you don't need to worry about that. So still they have not completely removed those studios. While installation options, these studios are moved as a legacy connections. So they will ask you whether you need those legacy studios. In case if you are upgrading and you already have reports in Analysis Studio, Query Studio, Workspaces and all, you can keep those studios as a legacy studios. They open in a new window, they remain untouched, but will be phased out. That is, as of now it is available, but it may go off like when in the upcoming versions. So as I said, it started with 11.0.1 and we are in 11.0.10 now. But still that legacy studios exist. Maybe going on they may be phasing out. Before that, we will be upgrading everything to our new environment. And active reports and ray visualizations remain untouched. We still have all those reporting functionalities as well as the active reports features. So this is a quick introduction about Cognos 11. Also I would like to add more points. That is, in the next video, I would be covering up the interface details. Cognos 11 is more of a power users and analytics user. Still, we have the concept of framework manager, transformers and all. But inside itself, they have developed something called intent-driven modeling. So that intent-driven modeling, it helps the new modelers or power users to quickly create some model based out of their data, and they can publish it and they can just create their reports. It's going to be very easy. You're going to learn everything in the coming up videos. Thanks for listening to the video. You can use your trial. You can go to cognosnext.bi.ibm.cloud. Use your IBM credentials and you can use the trial version. So in the next video, I'm going to talk more about the interface. Thanks for listening to the video. Thank you.
Hi, welcome you all. In the last video, I talked about Cognos Analytics. So what all the changes we have in Cognos Analytics compared to Cognos BI. So in this video, I'm going to go through interface details. I'm just going to take an overview of all the new interface details. So whatever you're seeing on the screen, so it is the IBM Cognos Analytics page. So I have connected to the trial version. So as I said in the last video, you can download the trial version. You can go to the IBM website. You can create your IBM credentials and then you can, so it is on a cloud. It is not like you're going to download and install it. You just need your IBM credentials in order to log into your cloud version in order to connect with Cognos Analytics. So this is the new interface. As I said, you don't have any kind of separate studios like Query Studio, Analysis Studios and all. Everything is going to be under this one roof. So this is your welcome screen, your home screen, and so it is completely Cognos Analytics is based on the self-services, correct? So we have the smarter search option. So if you look for the smarter search options, it is easy for us to search for any kind of reports or packages or jobs. So we also, for example, if I want to search something related to sales, I just type a word sales and give enter. So it is going to fetch me all the reports, all the packages, everything, folders, data modules, everything that has sales in it. So you can actually refine your search using this filtering option. Here you can select whether you want to view the report or a dashboard or only the data modules or the folders. You can also go by the time periods. So you have the option to search based on the time period today, yesterday or past week or the past month. So this is a smarter search capability that has been available in the Cognos Analytics. Then we have our team content and my content. That is in Cognos BI, we had the public folders and my folders. Here it is completely replaced. The public folder has been replaced as team content. So where team content is being common to everyone who is connected with that particular Cognos server. So they can save all their reports, packages, folders, jobs, everything under this team content. And my content is similar to our my folders, where we would be able to store our own files, folders, everything under your my content. My content is visible only for the user who logs in, and team content is visible for everyone who is connected to that particular server and having the corresponding permissions. And in Cognos Analytics also, it is going to be a secured login where you are going to log in as a user. Okay, you are going to log in as a user. Only those users based on their permission would be able to see the contents. Then we also have the recent tab. So whatever you recently opened, whether it is a data module or a package or a report or a uploaded file, everything which is going to get fetched on this recent tab. Plus you also have the recently opened things here, and in Cognos Analytics we have option to upload your files. So you can directly upload an Excel or a CSV file and you can use it for creating your dashboards. So here you have some videos. So to get started with Cognos Analytics, the sample videos that has been provided by IBM, some kind of sample workbooks, everything that provides and a detail about your Cognos Analytics. And Manage tab is completely for the Cognos administration part, where you would be able to see the administration console, connecting to your content manager, multi-tenancy, everything would be there in your manage part. So we will cover about the administration part earlier in the videos. Then you have your new, so here reports, dashboard, stories, data modules, other uploaded files, a completely new interface. If you check for it, it is a complete new interface. You can actually compare your BI and Cognos Analytics. So report is a single platform where you are going to create all types of reports. Either it is going to be a OLAP reports or a OLTP reports, or it is going to be an active report. Everything that is going to be under only this one particular thing. The dashboard, stories, data module. So these three features are completely new, which is being introduced in Cognos Analytics. So dashboard is, as I said, it is not like our workbook. It is not going to be the collection of reports. It is going to be completely new, so where you would be able to connect with your data modules or your packages or the uploaded files, and you are going to create some interactive dashboards which is going to have various kind of visualizations. And story, it is going to be like a guided journey where you are going to explain your requirement in a form of a story with various types of visualizations, emotions and all. Story, it is like how you are representing your information in the form of a story. It is more for the presentational purposes. And data modules, as I said, here we have a concept called a data module. So data module, it is not actually replacing the framework manager or the transformers part. We still have framework manager and transformers, but data modules is something for the power users or a quick user, ad hoc user, where we just want to quickly connect with their relational data sources, and if they want to create some kind of packages out of it. And it also has the feature called intent-driven modeling. Intent-driven modeling in the sense where we are going to specify an intent keyword. Based on that, it automatically which is going to give a model out of it. Either it is a star schema or a snowflake schema based upon the data we have connected. So we will be actually seeing in detail about all those things in the coming videos. Then I have other. So here you would be able to see all the legacy studios. So that is when you are installing Cognos 11, it will ask you whether you need the legacy studio. So in case if you are upgrading from the 10 version to the 11 version, you would have already created reports in Analytics Studio, Query Studio and all. In that cases, we need the legacy studio. So you need to specify I need the legacy studio. So in the other, you will be able to see the legacy studio, and also the workspace also. Workspace is also now a legacy connection. As I said, as of now, it still exists, but maybe in the coming versions, it may go off. Then the uploaded files. So you can upload your Excel or a CSV files. That is your flat files. You can directly upload, and you can either use it to a data module. You create a model and then you use it to create your reports or dashboard. Or if it is a straight file, you can directly use that uploaded file and you can create your reports. So job, we already know why we are going to use a job. So job is a collection of reports or some actions which I want to perform in a batch processing. So that is used job. So what version I am showing you is actually Cognos 11.10. That is 11.10. So 11.0.10. So this modifications, right? When you refer 11.0.1 and 11.0.10, also that interface is bit changed. So jobs and all is recently introduced, where you would have not seen in 11.0.1 till 5 version. So there are some kind of enhancements also they have did. from 11.0.1 to 11.0.10. So I would be covering all those things in the coming up videos. And this is the interface. So completely new interface. So you can also set your welcome screen. In case if you want to set any kind of reports or something as your welcome screen also, it is possible. Okay. So where, as I said, your reports, dashboards, stories, data module, everything is going to have the complete new reporting interface. But reports, functionalities and all still exist. Whatever you have learned in your Cognos BI, the same kind of things you are going to use it here also, but in a kind of using a different level of interface. So in my next video, I am going to talk about the new reporting interface. So what all the options we have in Cognos 11 about the new reporting interface. And about the dashboard, so here I'm just going to show you some kind of sample reports, dashboards, everything. So active report concept still exists. The same concepts, it is going to give you the interactivity in the offline mode where you can download the reports in the HTML formats. So in this report, I am actually going to show you the map visualization. That's why I chose this report. As I already told you, Cognos Analytics supports map visualizations. So directly it is a visualization created. It is not through any kind of map manager and all. So we have a visualization for a map. Just if you have a geographical field in your data, you would be able to create these kind of map visualization. And this is the reports which is being created using Cognos Analytics. So this is in the run mode. If you want to go to the edit mode, you need to click on this particular button. So this is a data source which is being connected. It is actually a flat file, Excel file, which is being connected and the report is being created. And this is for the toolbox. As I said, the toolbox and all remain same. So you have your list, reports, cross tab, visualization. The charts is replaced as a visualizations. So the blocks, containers, all the other things we have, layout calculation, query calculation, hyperlink, rich text item, page numbers. So all the things remain unchanged. We have prompts. Only thing is the interface. So we need to learn about how new is the interface. And so all these things remain same, but the interface is actually changed. And this is for adding the new pages or a prompt pages, and this is the query and the variables. So you could see all the things that has been opened. Anytime you can switch back to your welcome screen. So if you are using a trial version, you would be able to see some kind of samples also, where they have already created some kind of reports, dashboards for your views. So let me show you a dashboard which is being created using Cognos Analytics. So we have different kind of templates. You can either have a single dashboard or a tabbed dashboard. So infographic dashboards is also possible. I'm going to talk more about this in all those videos. That is, we will be having a separate video to talk about dashboard alone. So if you see so as I said, it is not collection of reports. So dashboard is something like how you create a report. You are going to connect to your data sources and you would be creating this. And it is very interactive. See, wherever if I am going to click it, other things are also getting changed. So when I select some city here, everything is going to get changed. You could see that interactivity. So it is automatically an interactive dashboards. So again, dashboards, you want to go to edit mode, you can go to the edit mode. Anything when you open for the first time, it's going to open in your run mode and then you can go to your edit mode. So we have these many types of visualizations available in order to put into your dashboards. You can also pin up your visualizations where it can be reused in the other parts of the dashboards or stories. So you have area chart, bar chart, bubble chart, column chart, data player and all, something that has been very new and it is a very good kind of visualization. I will be showing later on in the videos. Fact bubbles, pie chart, point chart, maps. We have legacy maps and a normal map. Actually, they are integrating the map from the Mapbox. Mapbox is a map vendor who produce different styles of maps. So let me also show you a sample story. So story, as I said, it is more for the presentational purposes. It is like you can have a guided journey or like a slideshow. But the main concept of a story is you need to going to present your requirements. So when you have a non-technical customer where you need to put lot of descriptions to your requirements or emotions to your requirements, so like how you will tell a story from a starting to an end. So that is how you are going to represent your reporting requirements, that in the form of a story. Nowadays, most of the BI tools use this concept called story. A story itself, the main purpose is the presentational purposes. So here in Cognos Analytics, it can be like a guided journey or a slideshow. So if you see, this story is about most valuable customer. Here we will have it like different scene. So each scene you can actually even control like when a graph should appear or when an emotion should appear or when a text should appear. So you can actually control the scenes here. So it should have a sequence, that is from a starting to a conclusion, how you will really represent a story. So this story, they are talking about the valuable customers of an automobile industry. So that's it about the story. And so then we have data module and uploaded files. Hope I have covered the interface part. So in the next coming up videos, I would be talking more about the reporting functionalities in detail, about the dashboard, stories, administration part, data modules, etc. Thanks for listening to the video. Thank you.